introduce the players spawning in the top left hand corner of the map Frost. We have the Heralds of Apocalypse's Star Galaxy. It's showing again a very impressive game against his Zerg opponent, but starting off with that photon cannon rush. Now his opponent, now the Terran player in the bottom left hand corner of the same map Frost, we have TTGL, and I guess I'll just call him TT. It sounds a little bit like TY, and I'd love to cast him sometime as well, but but no, I'm nowhere near that, unfortunately, right now. But TTGL spawning in the bottom left hand corner for the Clan Enraged Tempest. So let's see what we will have this game, how quickly we will have the scouts, and how quickly we will have some action in this game. I do expect our Terran player to go for a Reaper because it's such a large map, and there are some possibilities for for a Reaper to jump into that base. One of the locations is right here, but also all around this ledge and also on this area right there. So enough possibilities. So yeah, 3 possibilities for the Reaper to jump in, and also we have the normal ramp going for him as well. But TTGL is going for a wall off immediately. He does not want to have a probe in his base to scout him out. And he did send out that SCV already to see where his opponent is located. Now, of course, he does not know that he will scout his opponent in the last location possible. So let's see how that will pan out for him. So far, he has not taken his gas just yet, and his barracks is finishing up. So it looks like we're going to have a 1 Rex into expansion, so completely gasless, and he will rely on that SCV to get the scouting intel that he needs. Now this side of Star Galaxy, he's getting that cybernetic score, a very standard opening, getting 1 gas geyser with also only 2 workers in there. I'm not quite sure if that's a mistake, but he will definitely have a very little gas to work with. But he will get a very quick nexus behind this as well. So yeah, sacrificing a little bit of that gas income to get the extra minerals going, and let's see if he puts a third worker in gas immediately now as well, and what he will use the first gas for, because he only has 50 gas to spend really, and he puts it into the warp gate research. So no mothership core just yet. Getting that third worker on gas now immediately as well, and putting that pylon at the front of his natural 2. Now the ACV and the probe will spot each other, but let's see what the path, what the scouting pattern will be for Star Galaxy. He's going to search for his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner first, and he will find his opponent. But the bunker is finishing up, and 2 Marines are already out there to intercept any scouting. But he will know the location, and will he go in to see the base? I'm not quite sure if he spotted it, but he did spot that expansion coming down, and he knows the timing of it as well, as it was not finished just yet. So both players know what they're supposed to expect from each other. And let's see, did the SCV get a full scout out of? He did go into the main base, but he did not see any tech yet. And we do see that Star Galaxy is going for a very quick forge. So let's see how that will pan out for him. It's very gutsy to do that against the Terran, because it's very easy to punish it. And we do see the Terran follow up with 3 barracks, so he is looking to put some pressure onto Star Galaxy. Now this also means that the tech for TTGL will be delayed quite a bit, because he will most likely spend the first gas to get the add-ons going. Actually, he puts a tech lab on the first on the barracks at the front of his ramp. Now I'm not quite sure how I like that. Most likely stalkers from the low ground right here can shoot down this tech lab, and you do not want to lose your stim upgrade. So curious to see that, and of course the forge is being used for that armor upgrade and extra gateways behind it. Not getting into a lot of tech just yet, just focusing on those gateway units so far. Now the natural base is established for both players. Gas is being mined for Star Galaxy already at that location as well. And the robotics facility is following this up. So going into Colossus tech, most likely behind this. One Stalker is at the front. He did already pick off one of the Marines, but he takes some map control with it as well. Now the factory is under construction, so most likely after that he'll go into a starport immediately and get the medevacs out as well. But also we do not see any add-ons on the other two barracks that were produced, so that's a little bit surprising to me, and I would love to see him get those add-ons going actually, because his production is quite low. And we do see the scan coming down. He scans the main base. He does see the robotics facility. He does spot that forge as well. He did not spot the Twilight Council. It was just a few millimeters out of range. So let's see if we will see that blink play in combination with Colossi. We do see charge with this. Also a very good move, especially when he got the armor upgrade going as well, so those zealots will be very tanky. And still no possible move out from TTGL at this time. Stim is almost finishing up, so it cannot be punished, and he's not going for any blink timing, so he is pretty safe from anything that coming his way. Observer also making its way across the map, and a third commander is being put down for TTGL as well. And finally the reactors, the reactor and extra tech lab were produced on the barracks. So the first two medevacs are coming out, and most likely he will use them for a drop immediately, because he did invest into those extra units immediately. Now excuse me, that observer will spot the tech lab researching immediately, and will spot that third command center as well, so he knows that his opponent is looking to go for a quick third base behind this, I would say. And Storm with the High Templars and the Templar Archives are being researched currently, and the Immortals are being used as well. So he's going to go for a mostly charge slot High Templar composition, and the move out has begun from our Terran player. +1 attack is done for those Marines and Marauders, and +1 armor is done for Star Galaxy as well, but also +2 armor is almost done as well, and the plus armor for TTGL is quite a way away. And when, well, he just needs a few more seconds. Yeah, but that's still 30 seconds before he will have Storm, so I'm not quite sure if this will be enough to hold. He does not, of course, TTGL does not know at what time the Storm will be done exactly, but these Templars will have enough energy for one Storm each, and this is 6 High Templars. That's quite a high number. Well, 5 Storms will be in this army very soon. So let's see how that will pan out. He is pulling back. He does not want to take the risk in losing his entire army. And behind this, he has established his third base anyway. Now Star Galaxy does have the later third base going for him. And the Ghost Academy is being researched at the back of the base as well. A very good choice to go for it that quickly. Not relying on just Marauders and Marines to get rid of those pesky High Templars. Now, currently it is Star Galaxy who is in the move out. He does have a lot. Well, he does have 2 Immortals to deal with those Marauders, and he does have a few Zealots out here already. More are joining the fight, and even an extra Immortal. So looking at the army supply, Star Galaxy is quite a bit ahead, and those bunkers will fall so rapidly against the power of the Immortal, and any repairs that might be done will get killed off immediately. Not a lot of anti-air right here, but the Time War will also be crucial. And only 1 sentry with full energy. It would be very nice if TTGL could pick that off as soon as possible. But there's a very small chance. Most likely will be used for a few force fields and that Guardian Shield. Very nice Storm, already getting quite a lot of kills. The Warp Prism gets killed off while it flies over the army. That's not the position that you want those units to go in. And it looks like he's going in. The Guardian Shield is going down. How good will the Storms be? The Templars are making their way forward, and Storms everywhere. But those Vikings and Marauders are still so incredibly tanky. Will this be enough? There's still a lot of those High Templars did survive, and there's still a lot of storm energy left. But the army for TTGL is shrinking. Very nice feedbacks going down, denying any possible healing from those airships as well. The third base gets taken out, and behind it he has taken his own third base. And this is a very good position for Star Galaxy to be in. This was a very well thought out plan, and those Vikings that TTGL was producing didn't do anything, because he's only going into Colossus just now, and he has only one bunker at the front here that can protect the Marines from any storms. And with the Mothership Core and the Observers, he will have high ground vision as well, so he can just storm the pack of Marines and Marauders at the high ground. There he goes, and just gets a lot of damage done with this as well. Looks like he wants to move in, but he wants to wait for those Zealots to join the fight first. In the meanwhile, we do not have any counter harass from the side of TTGL, but he does have the energy for Ghosts to EMP and snipe those units. No cloaking or anything of the kind just yet, but he is completely stuck in his base, and now Star Galaxy has to be very careful, because one good EMP can really wreck this High Templar army, and he's not counting on any High Templars being out just yet. He's going in for the kill. Great EMP also already drops down. There is no storming energy in this army anymore. He has to get the Archons going as soon as possible. But those are that is a lot of Zealots marching right in. They do have +2 armor, +1 attack, but the Terran is still ahead in those upgrades. But will that be enough? The SCVs are being used to tank, but it's just not enough. There's a GG. Star Galaxy taking another match for his clan, the Heralds of Apocalypse. And let's see. That will mean that Star Galaxy brings the first lead to the Heralds of Apocalypse as well. So let's listen to some music before we jump into the next game, and I'll update the scoreboard as well, because I do realize that I forgot that in the last break.